Well, hello there. I just want to make a quick video. I won't keep it for long, or whatever, maybe a bit longer, I don't know. Just on the topic of Tartaria, the Mudfloods, and star forts. I was playing a video game, my video game Fallout 4. I just got it. It's been out since like 2011. And in the game, at one point, in the setting of Boston, when you're helping these Minutemen liberate a castle, you realize it's Fort Independence in Boston, and it's a star fort for sure. So, yeah, I don't know if you've played Fallout 4 or not, but at one point in the game, you're helping these militiamen, these post apocalyptic Minutemen. They're patriotically trying to restore major American settlements in Boston. The game takes place in Boston. And in the game, you can help them liberate their castle headquarters. And when you do, when you finish the quest and rebuild the castle, and I used a mod to clean it up, I realized that it's built on a Tartarian star fort. And I thought, I'm going to have to make a video about this. Because the thing about it is, this game came out before this topic was popular, before it got big. And so, yeah, these star forts, whether they're pre-flood or post-flood, they seem to be placed on ley line nodes at certain key places, latitude and longitude coordinates. At all these different key places all over the face of Earth are these star forts. Some of them cities are built on. A lot of them military bases are built on. And so while I was playing this game Fallout 4, I noticed this castle and I went to look it up, and there happens to be two of these star forts in Boston. And so yeah, the whole topic of what was Tartaria, I'll let you look that up for yourself. In the description section below will be citations, videos about it. But more importantly, to me at least, is the topic of ley lines themselves. Like how a bunch of major NATO bases are on ley lines. But whatever, this is what it looks like in the game. I have mods that clean it up a bit and have the trees grow back. But this star fort, this Fort Independence in the game, you defeat a bunch of monsters here, you liberate it, you take it back, and the Minutemen can build a settlement there or whatever. Okay, fine. I'll show you a bit of my game footage in a minute. But apparently, like I said, there's also Fort Warren in Boston. I find that strange. But anyway, the idea of post-flood, maybe, theoretically, Nimrod and the Empire of Babel, they were spread out as what we would call now this Tartarian Empire. And when the languages split and all that, and Babel collapsed, these star forts were either buried or mostly forgotten about, except certain cities and key regions that are built on top of them. And yeah, I just thought that was super interesting. But how about I'll show you a bit of my video game footage here, and you can see how this worked out in the game or whatever. So yeah, this is me playing my game earlier today. And yeah, that is a blimp in the background there, floating around above the Boston International Airport. Oh, there's my dog, my puppy dog. I don't know, in the game, can't name him. I'll call him JD, just dog. But yeah, you can see the walls there. Clearly, it's like a Tartarian star fort, whatever you want to call it, and it's hiding in plain sight. In the game, you come here and you liberate it, and there's this giant radio tower, and as you can hear in the background, the Patriot radio station 24/7 sending out the word for survivors to come to this fictitious settlement, whatever nonsense, which is kind of, like I said in my last video, dumb. I think this is the least interesting part of this game. The idea of building settlements and farming and agriculture and whatnot to get people to survive, it's kind of dumb when in real life we don't even take these skills. We don't even take this stuff seriously or have any of these skills in real life. Like growing gardens like this down there. I built the house and I got the guys gardening food and put in water pumps and all that. Put in some power for nighttime lights. And, you know, it's kind of silly when you think about Sims games when people can't even do that in real life. But anyway, as far as this star fort goes, yeah, we got the tower beacon there or whatever. This militiaman flag, this militiaman group. I find it interesting in the game, at least, that patriots retake this fort, retake back this star fort on a ley line or whatever, it also makes me wonder, you know, like looking at the skyline of Boston there, you can go everywhere or anywhere you see on the map. I wonder if the Fort Williams or whatever is also in the game, Fort Warren or whatever. I'll have to check and look into it. But yeah, a friend of mine tells me about this place, this castle you can take back in the game. So I had to check it out. I grabbed my suit of power armor. And yeah, you can get like Iron Man power armor in this game. And so I grabbed my suit of power armor and came and took this fort back. But yeah, I don't know. I just thought that was pretty funny. I noticed it and I thought, like I said, this game came out before the topic of Tartaria got really popular. But, you know, aside from that, like I says, you could play this game and not even notice. I wonder if the game designers even noticed. Or if they were just looking over the map of Boston when they realized where the game was set. And they thought, where are some cool places in Boston that we can center the game around or whatever. And obviously this castle is pretty cool. And I mean, maybe the game designers know what it is and maybe they don't. But I mean, whatever, it is what it is. I just thought it was interesting because it took a little bit of doing getting it back. And then I had to download a mod to clean it up. And then you come in here and you get people, you recruit people to stay here or whatever, save them from the radioactive wasteland wilds of the Commonwealth, build some beds and whatnot, and hook up power. And so yeah, in-game or whatever, when I first got here, this place was trashed. And yeah, I don't know. As far as games go, I'd rather be out doing the questing and the adventuring stuff. The idea of video game farming is kind of silly. But games like this are interesting, where you can go anywhere you see. Anywhere you see in the camera view here, anywhere you see me looking at with my character here, you can go. But as far as this Starfort thing is concerned, I thought that was rather interesting. You know, millions, 500,000 people have played this game and don't even know what a Tartarian Starfort is, or even the topic of Tartaria. The most interesting topic I've ever heard about, that almost no one has even heard about or is taught in our schools at all. But whatever. I guess that's all I gotta say about that. So, peace out, baby.